Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to Fog's World. I'm Fog, and we're up here at the Sky Base right now. We have finished the iron farm, and I thought I'd bring you up to date on a few things. We're now running on 1.45, not 1.44. As many of you know, I work a few days in advance. Actually, I worked quite a few weeks in advance on this project. Oh, hey, look at that. Obviously, our iron farm is running great. In fact, we got 2 iron golems at once there. Awesome. That doesn't happen too often, but it does happen. So the iron farm is working great, and I've been a busy little beaver. Take a look down there. Yeah, we got another spawn platform there. Got another one down there. And got one down there as well that you can't see very well. Now, I made one minor change to the iron golem farm. You may notice that these corner ones right here are not glowstone, right there. Well, it turns out that iron golems will spawn in a 16 by 16 square from the center, and I made a minor miscalculation in the measurements, and so 2 of these 4 sides are just barely within that range. And since glowstone are transparent blocks, it is possible, not likely, but possible, that an iron golem could have spawned in those doors underneath those stone blocks. In which case you end up with an iron golem stuck there with his head sticking out through the glowstone. And to prevent that, I changed those to stone brick, and now those are no longer legal spawn spaces for our iron golem friends, and that corrects the problem, and now it's working great. And oh, well, will you look at that? I just realized I'm missing a water block. Let's go fix that. Let's go fix that. We'll fix that, but we'll also... Yeah, all right, I'm going to fix that in a second, but I want to show you what else I've done up here. I went and put some lovely signs here. Isn't that nice? Aren't they great? Now, for those of you wondering, well, how did you get an item frame on a chest? Well, it's actually really easy. What you do is I replaced that block there with a normal block, put the sign there, remove the normal block, and quickly replace the chest. If you do that fast enough, this sign won't go away. The sign, they give you just a couple of seconds before that sign realizes that it's on something invalid and pops off if you take the block away. Other change I made... I went and put signs here, and oh wait, what's this? Yes, I took our pocket potion potion factory and extended it just 1 block in this direction. It's exactly the same design. It's just it has room for 7 potion stands instead of 6 because I wanted to include the golden carrots. So right here we can get night vision and we can get invisibility potions from this one. But other than that, it's the same design. No real change there. Okay, well let's go down and we'll fix that block down there. Let's see, did I do any other changes up here? I don't think so. I think that's all I've done up here. I can't think of anything else. But yeah, we need to replace that block right in there. Yeah, look at that. That's supposed to be a water source block right there. Ha! Alright, well, problem solved. Okay, now we have built an iron golem farm, as was our goal. Look at what it looks like from down below. Doesn't that look awesome? That looks great. I suppose I should turn the clouds back on. I turned the clouds off while I was working on the golem farm because these guys are right at the cloud layer. And so occasionally I'd find myself standing in a cloud while I was up working on them, and it was just easier to turn the clouds off. Besides, they're really cool looking without the clouds. Anyway, there's our iron golem farm. This iron golem farm, by the way, is producing a fair amount. It produces, oh, what did I think it was? I can't remember. It's like 3 stacks an hour, something like that, of iron. So a fair amount. That's it. Ooh, there's another one. Oh, I know what else I wanted to show you. I made another minor change. I don't know if you can be able to see this, especially with dark coming on. But where those drops are, every now and then these golem guys could fall just a bit to the side, and if that happens, they wouldn't fall in the hole. So I don't know if you can see. It's pretty dark. Maybe I'll enhance the screen just a bit. There's our hole. I actually widened the... Is that the right one? Whoops, it's this way. It's right there. Oh, and yeah, sure enough, there's a golem that didn't quite fall in. I actually widened that hole just one block all the way around at the very top. Down below, it's not any wider. But basically put a little lip so they'll get trapped in here if they go a little wide. At least that's the hope. Sometimes they still manage to miss, like that guy right there. There's a guy over there, he missed. Every now and then they'll fall just wide enough that they don't fall in. But most of the time they make it in. They make it in far more often than they miss. So it's not like I really worry about it too much. It's pretty effective. Okay, so we have a working iron golem farm now, and it works really, really well, like I said. So the next logical thing to work on, I suppose, would be... Yeah, let's make a gold farm, shall we? Once again, this is a big project. No small project, this. Sorry, I needed a drink. No small project here. This is a big one, but it's important. It's going to be fun. We don't shy away from big projects here. No, 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 no. We live for them. It's our bread and butter, isn't it? So, another big project. We're going to do... Oh, hello. Get me out of there. We're going to do an iron golem farm. I mean, not iron golem farm. We already done an iron golem farm. We're going to do a gold farm. Now, gold farm. The way you do a gold farm, the renewable source of gold in the game is, as I'm sure most of you know, zombie pigmen. So what we need is a way to spawn lots of zombie pigmen and in a controlled environment, kill them and collect all the loot. Now, that actually can be a little bit difficult because zombie pigmen don't naturally spawn in the overworld. Well, excepting around portals. They don't naturally spawn in the overworld. They do, however, naturally spawn in the Nether. One potential way to build one of these in the overworld is to just create a whole bunch of portals and then catch the zombie pigmen as they spawn out of the portals. But that is really, really, really slow. You think the iron golem farm is slow? That's even slower. So we don't want to do that. It's much more efficient to just go to the Nether and capture them there. So let's go over and head over to the Nether. And we'll talk about it some more. Here we are. Okay, so here we are in the Nether. Let's go out and take a look around, shall we? Oops. I want you. Okay. Come on, world. Generate. There we go. Alright, so let's get up on top of this so we can look around. So here we are in the Nether. You can see there's zombie pigmen all over the place. Oh, come on, world generation. What are you doing? Oh, there we go. Lots of zombie pigmen. Now, getting zombie pigmen to spawn in a controlled way could be a little tricky. Excuse me while I get out of his way. Getting zombie pigmen to spawn in a controlled environment can be a little tricky. In order to maximize the spawn within our mob trap, we're going to build basically a standard mob trap, you know, with spawn spaces and mechanisms to get the pigs where we want them and kill them and so on. However, if we build it down here, we have all of this ground all around where they can spawn. He's going to be a pest. All this area all around where they can spawn outside of our trap, and that's not what we want. We want to control all the spawn spaces if we can. One popular solution to the problem... Oh. One popular solution to the problem is to go out in a lava lake and build it out there, and that sort of works. The problem is you've got to control all spawn spaces for 128 blocks in either direction. And I have several lava lakes around. I have no lava lakes where I would be able to control all the spawn in that much of a distance. I could go out 128 blocks from the center and start coating things in lava or half slabs to prevent spawning, but that's a huge amount of work. So I don't want to do that. And even then, you probably miss things because there are caves up in the ceiling and there are caves underneath the lava lake sometimes. So you're still going to miss areas. You're never going to get 100% control. And what I want is 100% control. Now, there is one solution to this that I can think of, and I'm going to show you what it is. Since the new anvil format came out, the Nether actually isn't 128 blocks high. Just like the overworld, it's actually 256 blocks high. So come up here and I'll show you. There is a minor little problem though. When you get up near the top of the map, you eventually run into bedrock. And as we all know, there's no way to mine through bedrock. There is, however, a way to get up above. This block right there is the top block. That is at 127. There is nothing above that block. If I take an ender pearl and I aim it right there, I should be able to teleport into this block. Oh, come on. Right there, into that block, and up we go. And now we are above the Nether. And yeah, it takes a couple of tries. Now we are up above. I'm now standing at 128. It's my foot position, 128. Why? I am above the Nether. There is nothing up here but bedrock. Now, one nice little feature of bedrock is that mobs will not spawn on bedrock. So, guess what? We have control of all the spawning area up here, provided we get 128 blocks away from any of the spawning spaces beneath us. So how are we going to do that? Well, the way we do that is we build a tower 128 blocks high up to the ceiling. We can stand at the top of that tower, and once we've done that, there are no spaces in the world whatsoever where mobs can spawn. None. So, now we have another problem though. If we stand all the way up at the top there, and we build a standard mob trap, we're going to have mobs come down, they're going to fall to their deaths, or maybe go into some other, like a crusher trap even, but in this case I'm going to do a falling trap. They'll fall to their deaths, and they'll drop their loot where they fall, but we need to get the loot somewhere where it won't despawn. The easiest solution to that is to get the loot to our inventory. Another option would be to somehow get the loot into a portal like this and teleport it to the overworld where we could collect it there. But instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build an item elevator. I'm going to build an item elevator that is 128 blocks tall, and I'm going to use that to transport all the drops up to my feet where I can collect them. Whew! Okay, sorry so much talking here. By the way, the portal is here because this is how you get out of here. There's no way to get back below. The only way to get out of here is to teleport. Now, the curious property of this portal is when you walk through this portal, it will teleport you to the overworld, but there are no overworld portals that will connect to this one. What appears to happen from my experimentation is when you walk through a portal in the overworld, it takes your Y coordinate, and if it is greater than 128, it subtracts 128 from it. So it wraps around. So if you're standing at 129 when you walk in an overworld portal, it will behave as if you're standing at 1. That's been my experience anyway. So when I walk through this guy, it's going to behave as if I'm at the very bottom of the map, and it's going to teleport me into my bottom portal down at the bottom of my ladder there, down in my lower base. Anyway, let's get building. I've brought over a bunch of materials. I've got some stone, I've got a bunch of glass, and some string, and some pistons. Lots of pistons. Thank you, Iron Farm. Thank you very much. These pistons were not nearly as difficult to get since I have a really nice iron farm. So, yeah, we got a lot of building to do. Let's grab some of these, and we are going to get busy. We're going to grab, oops, not you. We want a bunch of glass. And we need to start building an item elevator. I need you, and you, and you, and you. And yeah, we'll grab some levers as well. Oh, sorry about that. Bump the mic. Okay, we don't need that because nothing's going to spawn here. Let's get this thing arranged so that I've got things on my bar. You know what? Let's get rid of some of these. And I need some slabs. Let's make some slabs. Right. Okay, so now that I got this, I have to be careful where I build this. I do not want to build it on that. That would be a mistake. I do, however, want to bring a stack of those. Let's bring 2 stacks of those. Okay. And yeah, got it. Okay, I don't want to build it here, because if I build it here, then when I try and teleport through the ceiling, when I try and ender pearl through the ceiling, it's going to get in my way. Instead, I want to build it some distance apart. I'm going to relocate this portal as well. I'm going to put this portal up at the top of my tower. So I need to build my tower. I'm going to build it right here. The reason I'm going to build it here is because I'm going to build that portal way up directly above where it is now, and this is going to help me locate it. So when we're done here, we'll come up through here. These chests won't be here when we're done, and we'll just teleport right onto here, and off we go. Climb right up. Okay, now we need to build our item elevator. Now, those of you that have seen some of my other videos may have seen this item elevator that I'm going to build, but I'm going to do this a little differently. I'm actually going to build 2 item elevators. Well, 1 item elevator, but 2 with 2 insertion points, I guess is the right way to phrase it. And let's see, how do I want to build this? Like you. For now, I'm just going to put a lever here. We'll be doing something different in a minute, but for now, that's all I'm going to do. Whoops, not there, not there. Sure, yep, got the right. Nope, that's the wrong one. I don't want you, I want you. In fact, let me go put Midas Touch away. We're going to just keep the caving special because it's got our Silk Touch. See? I want Silk Touch. What? See? And that's why I want Silk Touch, because I keep making mistakes. Okay. I need to keep that open so that I can run some redstone into there. And I needed to keep that open. Ah, this pick is almost too good. Right. Okay, so let's get busy. Let's get cracking, shall we? We need a block here. No, we want the block to be there. We want a sticky piston here. I think that's the right distance. Let's see. We're going to build a double piston extender. It's going to come right here. Isn't it? Right here? Is that where it goes? Let me think about this for 1 second. I think it's gonna go. No, it's gonna go farther out. This is where the hole goes. Right, this is where the hole goes. So this is... Whew, sorry about that, people. So sorry. So if that's where the hole goes, the piston goes here, 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 and here. Is that right? Is that right? You here, and you here, right? 2 and 4. And yeah, I'm going to do this. Now, you don't have to use glass for all this. The reason I'm using glass is because I think it's going to look better. It's going to make it easier for me to see where I am and what I'm doing. Okay, we need 2 pistons there and there. We need glass here and here. And that's going to extend twice. 1, 2, right to here, over that. And you go there where my ladder is going to go. There. And. Right. And then you come out here like this. Like here. And we actually need you to be blocks. Okay. Got to think this through and make sure I do it correctly. Actually, I don't want you up there. I want you one lower. I want you down here. And then you go there and there. And there. And we are going to put a little bit of redstone there and there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And redstone, 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 redstone all the way around here. Okay, we should, if I've done this correctly, we should now have a double piston extender. Let me verify that. Didn't go all the way. Why didn't you not go all the way? Why didn't you go all the way? Because this is in the wrong spot. You need to be here. There we go. And you can be glass. Now if I retract, there we go. Okay, so what we have here, we have these 2 pistons form a double piston extender. This piston fires first, pushing these 2 blocks out. Then this piston then this block. This block is already powered, so when this piston pushes this piston into this space, this powered block causes this piston to expand, which pushes that out here. Then when you turn them off, this block depowers first, retracting this piston. Then this block depowers, retracting that one. And then this block depowers, retracting, when this block is retracted, this piston, this repeater is on, so this piston will extend again. Then it will turn off and retract, and that causes the block to retreat. So there we go. This piston down here is set on a 5-tick delay so that it will rise up after these pistons come out. Now we need one more sticky piston here. We need a sticky piston right here with a block. And what this is going to do is I'm going to use this piston to push this block over this opening, because the drop chute for my kill chamber is going to be right here. This is where they're going to all be falling. Oops, not you. Did it again. All the drops are going to, all the pigs actually are going to fall right here and die, the pigmen, and drop their stuff right in this hole. If I don't close it off with this piston, then they'll land on top of that piston sometimes when it's extended. And the drops, if they land on top of the piston, the drops can sometimes shoot out the side. And I don't want that to happen. I want to keep them all contained. So we're going to make sure they stay contained here. And we're going to do that by powering this piston back here with a little bit of redstone off of the back here. Right off of that there and there. So let's run a little bit of redstone up here like that. Now when I close it, not only are those double pistons going to extend, but this piston will extend as well, cutting off my drop chute. Just like that. There you go. Now I just need to build the same thing on the other side. So let's get busy doing that. Get cracking. Start, let's see. Let me flush this out a little bit. Make it kind of look nice. Yeah, that's good. Alright, we've got to build the same thing over here with a couple of minor exceptions. The minor exception being we don't really need to tie into this gobbledygook here. So if this works correctly, I should be able to throw an item down in there. Whoops. It's got to make it all the way down in there. And an item down in there. And then when I throw the lever, it should rise up to the top there. And there it goes, up to the top. So we can climb up to the top here. And collect it. Okay, so now the question is, how do we trigger that? We need to find a way to trigger that. When there are items down there, we want to trigger this elevator so that it will move, so the items will move up to us. The easiest way I can think of to do that, actually, we could do some mechanism that would detect when pigs fell, like with a tripwire or something like that. But instead, I think what I'm going to do is, excuse me, I'm just going to build a very simple clock. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do. Be very, very simple here. We'll start here. And because I don't need this to fire terribly frequently. Do I want to do it that way? You know what? I'm going to do it this way. How do I want to do this? I think what I will do... Let's try this. Do it like this. Yeah, that works. There we go. And now to just shut it off, all we have to do is that. So there we go. We have an on-off switch, and we have a very basic clock. Okay, there is one other thing that we need to do. Remember, we were trying to control all the spawn spaces. So we need to come down here, and anything where things could spawn, we need to cover. Just like this. There we go. We now control all the spawnable territory here. So there is no way that anything can spawn anywhere up here at all. And that still is working, so good. Now what we need to do is complete our tower. That is going to be the most boring part of this project, probably. I'm going to take this tower, I'm going to build it all the way up to the top, and I'm going to do that right now. So let's start with the ladder, and we're going to just get some ladders on our bar and get some blocks on our bar, and we're just going to start going up. And we're here. That is the top. Now we could just climb down the ladder, but far faster to do that. That block that I dropped. Maybe I already picked it up. All right. Now we need to take our glass and finish out the rest of that. This tower needs to go all the way up, and it needs to be built in glass. Oh, there it is. There's my missing block. So now we just glass all the way to the top. In order for an item elevator to work, you need a completely enclosed block that's enclosed on all sides. The way it works is when an item is placed here, surrounded on all sides by blocks, and if that center block is filled, then the block will just move, the item will just move up. And we can just take advantage of that, and these items will go all the way up this column. Doesn't matter if it's built out of regular blocks or glass, that makes no difference at all. I've chosen to build it out of glass just because it looks good, because I want to be able to watch the items moving up the elevator. But you could build this out of anything. It doesn't have to be glass. All right, we are at the very top of the tower. Can't even see the bottom from up here. Oh my, that's a long way down. All right, let's go ahead and verify that everything works. But what I also want to do is I'm going to build right off here. I'm going to build a portal that we can use to go back to the overworld from the top here. So back down we go. Here we are. We're going to go ahead and test this. And what better way to test it, I think, than to send up some obsidian so we can get our portal built up there, huh? I think that's a great idea. So that's what we're going to do. We'll go right up in here. I will toss some obsidian into the hole. Right there. Go and fire this puppy up. And there she goes. And now we will climb all the way up to the top and build our portal. There we go. It's very important that you leave this last block open right here. If you don't do that, then the items will come all the way up to the top and fly out every which way. But if you leave this little impression right there, this little depression right in the center, then they'll stop right here and they won't go anywhere. Okay, let's build ourselves a portal. I'm going to build it off the back here. That is going to be the top of it. And I guess unfortunately, we can't build a 3x3 or a 3 wide portal. We have to build a 4 wide. So, I guess we'll have to do that. Now this is going to be the counting part, the tricky part. You know what? Let me make life a little easier on myself. I'm going to use glass to block off the edges of this for now. And then it'll make it easier to place the rest of the portal. 1, 2, 3, and then this guy needs to come right off of there. Bingo. Now we can come up and remove the glass. All right, now we should be able to light it up and step right through, and it should take us to where we want to be. But before I do, I also want to build a couple more things up here, which I should have brought with me. All right, put you there. Put you there. And we should be good. And we can't, well, we can plant a torch up there. That surprises me. I didn't realize we could put a torch there. Okay. All right, well, we've got our elevator built, our item elevator. We know it works. We have a portal up here. I need to light it up. But at this point, well, let's light the portal. There we go. At this point, I think we're done for today's episode. We've got a lot accomplished. We've got our item transport mechanism in place. We've got item drop chutes in place. We have a way into our gold farm area up above the Nether, and we have a way to get back out again. This should take us to our upper sky base, unless I'm mistaken. Nope, it took us to the bottom one. That kind of surprises me. Whoa, hello guys. We got a lot of pigs here. Why do we have so many pigmen here? That's kind of funny. Should we take them? Can we take them? Oh, we can take them. And look at that. Our gold farm's already producing. All right, guys. Well, that's all we have time for today. We got a lot done, though. And next time, we'll start working on the actual mob trap itself. But until then, thanks for watching. And we will talk to you all again next time.